If you look at a business like a Netflix, for example, they invest a lot in tentpole shows that try to, get you to check out Netflix or subscribe. For us, our tentpole content is content created by your friends. And that's why it's so important for us to continue to protect that friend graph and make sure that people feel comfortable expressing themselves, because that's what brings people back into our service every day. And so then, when you're done checking out your friend stories and you're bored, you can just scroll down and check out a whole world of content on Snap.
Spiegel may sound confident, but Snap's road since its IPO has been anything but. The social media stock is down a whopping 43% since then. Compare this to Facebook, whose shares about a year and a half out from its IPO were already up 20%. But could Spiegel's words be a sign that a turnaround could come for Snap? Dan, what do you say?
I do. I think that he's showing a level of maturity that we wouldn't have assigned to him right after the company went public. And I think their ability to go out and kind of tell the story in a way that is kind of not hyperbolic. I think you should think about this as like not too different than after LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. They all went public. They took some time to get their messaging okay, and they took time for investors to get comfortable with the valuation. So to me, this one's probably going to bang around in the teens for a while, but I suspect this thing comes out at some point in a big way.
But what is their message?
Well, the message is very clear. What did he say? He just said they're going to protect the social graph. This is really important. So they're not, they really want to be beholden to their users, not the advertisers right now. And then the other thing, when they talk about, this is really the only AR pure play that is listed in the public markets right now. That's it, okay? So if you want to go along with him, who's got the super voting rights, and you want to take the time to do it, I think it probably ends up
Instagram
okay.
not have an AR element?
Oh, they do. But what I'm saying is
okay. But I mean, I'm just saying,
yeah,
like,
so
Evan
that's the big
Spiegel,
thing. The question after question is, can
does he
Facebook just
have the time?
copy?
And they have been. And all the other examples of the companies that had to take time to digest lumps, or however you want to put it, they didn't have one of the world's biggest tech companies with a
That's right, in the same space,
right,
and
in the
basically
same
have been able to
space,
copy that.
competing head to head.
Well, even when you've been critical, when one has been critical of Twitter, I mean, there's no one else in that space. So what Snap has going for it is, I think, in the social media space, there's a scarcity of investments, and I think there's a lot of money looking to allocate there, and I think people are holding on to their Snap. I think they're waiting for a turnaround, but I agree, I don't see the catalyst in the short term.
The cash burn last quarter was a concern, came in a lot bigger than people were expecting. I think that's a worry. They have to do something at some point, which is, to Dan's point, I think what Dan is saying is, long term, this is worth looking at, but it's going to bang around here. I agree. My other point is, why were we playing some music of the girl from Ipanema, which is in Rio de Janeiro?
I thought I was going crazy.
It's got nothing to do.
Has nothing to do with France.
I'm not responsible for the music
Good work
choices
by
on
you
this
tonight,
television
guys.
show.
I mean, really.
No, I tried, because there are folks at home asking to say, BK over there.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah, I agree.
I took out my Google Maps.
But guys,
But then what would
you know
you
who the
acquire?
largest holder is here? It's Tencent. Remember the parent company is CNBC, NBC Universal? They invested $500 million in this thing. I don't think you should worry about capital as it comes to this story. I think there's plenty of capital that'd like to see these guys succeed because they don't want to have a monopoly dealing or a duopoly with just Facebook and Google.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.